Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters who just came to Islam. I was going to briefly share with you some thoughts in your next journey ahead, and inshallah, everything will work wonderful for you. There's a message in the Quran that I must share it with you. It's very, very important. If you have Surah Al-Balad, chapter 90, and you read this thing, and you will see that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions our journey as a journey of nafs, the self, the soul, the self. It's a very, very important thing, and I share with you. In the Quran says that your nafs, your ego, your I, yourself, what is not disciplined, is what tells you the evil things, the bad things. As it says in chapter 12, verse 54, وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ إِلَّا مَا رَحِمَ رَبِّي. I do not call myself sinless. I do not call myself without blemish. Surely nafs commands bad things. The ego, the I, it will command you bad things. Illa ma rahima rabbi. And also, it's very important things is that whatever you do, it is like you throw a rock in the lake. The lines will come back to you. It will reach you, good or bad, it will come back to you. As Allah says in chapter 6, verse 71, Zakara bihi, remind people by this, and to tubsala nafsun bima kasabat, and remind people, thereby lest a soul be consigned or get what he sends out, what he puts out in the environment, in his society. The movement of nafs from stage of ammara, the commanding ego, to lawama, the self-conscious or self-blaming. When you do something wrong, you say, why have I done that? That is a stage of lawama, or self-conscious, or self-reflecting. And the next stage is nafsul mutma'inna, which is mutma'in, meaning you are in total peace. Whatever happens to you, you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in charge of all things and is taking care of you because you believe in Him. You trust Him. He's our creator. He's our creator. And look at all the religions in the world. They're all having so many items in their package that trying to replace Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our creator. And this is the sad part about it. I want to tell you briefly about Surah Al-Balad. In one point says, فَلَاقْتَحَمَ الْعَقَبَةَ, why don't you take the harder road? Meaning, fighting your own ego, your desires, your bad desires. Why don't you take that road? وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْعَقَبَةُ, and what makes you understand what that aqaba or hard road is? فَكُّ الرَّقَبَةِ, freeing a slave. فَكُّ الرَّقَبَةِ, freeing a slave. Now, who is a slave? A person who drinks, he's a slave to alcohol. The person who is greedy, he's a slave to his greed. The person who is angry, He's a slave to his anger. All these things need to be eliminated. Imagine life full of love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control versus a life full of anger, greed, no patience. Imagine this. Then it says, ayah number 15 says, أو إطعام في يوم ذي مسغبة. Imagine this. Or feeding in the day of hunger. There are Muslims, particularly Muslims around the world, that they are living in deserts, in Syria, in Lebanon, in all over, in Yemen, that they are living in deserts, on sands, sleeping on sands, and no one is taking care of them. Yatiman da maghraba, or taking care of an orphan that is near of you. Family is a unit of society. You need to take care of your family. Yatiman da maghraba, or an orphan that is near you. Or miskinan da matraba, or a poor person who is in turab, who is on dirt, has no place to go, is homeless. Take care of him. ثم كان من الذين آمنوا وتواصوا بالصبر وتواصوا بالمرحمة. Then you are of the believers, and you can prescribe patience and prescribe mercy. Those who do prescribe patience and mercy without they themselves reaching to this stage of highest stage, without they have gone through the nafsul ammara, nafsul lawwama, the self-accusing, the commanding nafs, and then self-accusing or compassionate, they cannot reach to this place. And Allah says here what to do to reach this place. It's mainly taking care of the orphans and those who are slave to many things, and also feeding the hungry. Ulaika ashabul maymana. These are the people. Maymun meaning that anywhere that you go, there is a blessing with you that touches the people who go there. You go there. It touches them. It's a blessing, the people of blessing. I want to emphasize something on ashab. Ashab is a plural of sahib. Sahib is what you have, what you own. You are the owner of this. You are sahib of this. When you gain this position, when you gain this high level of consciousness, nearness to Allah, and you become the sahib of maymana or mutma'inna, then you are. To be is a goal of life. What do you want to be? What do you want to be? Anything that you see in this world, anything that you buildings, gardens, anything that you see, it was a dream of someone who worked hard and he achieved it. To be the owner of the stage of barakah and blessing is a high level that you have to gain. And without it, the personal worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in masajid, that's a very insignificant part of what you can get into. As Allah says, فَلَقْتَحَمَ الْأَغَبَ. Why you don't take the harder road? It's easy for me to get in my car and go to a mosque and pray. But then don't take this road that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes for us. This is why Afghanistan is in such a horrible shape. This is what Iran is in horrible shape. This is why Syria is in horrible shape, because people do not do what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said. They have not grown to the high stages of maymana, mutma'inna. And the opposite of it is وَالَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا بِآيَاتِهِمْ أَصْحَابُ الْمَشْأَمَةِ. And those who are deny these things, they are in a stage of mash'ama, meaning bad things, negative things. عَلَيْهِمْ نَارٌ مُّؤْصَدَةٌ. Please take this road. It's very important that you be conscious of your nafs. As Allah says that whatever you gain is from your own nafs. Be careful of that. Prescribe goodness, kindness, gentleness, self-control to others. This is an uphill road, but at the end of it, you come to a stage that is all blessing in this life. Be aware of your thoughts as they become words. Be aware of your words as they become action. Be aware of your actions as they become habits. Be aware of your habits as they become your character. Be aware of your character as become your destiny. At the end of my talk, I want to tell you something very, very important. The meaning of character, the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual is his character. Mental and moral quality of an individual is his character. Build up your character. Build up your nafs as Allah commands you here. Thank you very much and welcome.